Yo, 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 we are live here with an emergency pod. And of course, we got Mythic AZ here up in the chat as well. What's up, everybody? Thank you so very much for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some breaking news. Now, if you guys didn't know, I kind of called this yesterday when I had released my video. I ended up hearing what JG had to say on 98.7, and I was like, uh-oh, this might be bad news here for the Arizona Cardinals. And of course, we got breaking news coming out here in the world of the Arizona Cardinals earlier this morning. And of course, we want to dissect this here together. Before we do that, Mythic Man, how you doing? I think you might be muted.
I was.
Yeah.
Of course I was. Okay. Of course, it's just bad news after bad news. I feel like it's just a trend, things just can't go well for us. The life of a Cardinals fan, just an Arizona sports fan, we're used to this, like things just going downhill. We still don't even know what's up with Jalen Thompson, but this is like just losing your offense. I woke up and as soon as I saw that, just like instant pain to the heart.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Honestly, if you guys don't know what we're talking about here, this is exactly what we're talking about right now. We got the Arizona Cardinals breaking news coming out. Tom Pelissero says this: the Cardinals running back James Conner is expected to miss multiple weeks because of a knee injury he suffered in Sunday's loss to the Bengals, per sources. A blow to Arizona, which claimed Tony Jones Jr. off the waivers to help fill the void. Now, this is definitely something I put on my Twitter here as well, with the idea of the Arizona Cardinals getting some sort of pieces to help. But like, you can't. I heard JG. He seems very confident with obviously Keontae Ingram coming back. Amari DeMarcado got a good dosage of what we ended up saw this last week, but you can't fill the void of what James Conner has given this Arizona Cardinal offense so far. So I love the optimism, and I know what else is he supposed to say, right? But man, like, what do you think happens here for the Arizona Cardinals offense moving forward?
It's hard to look at this and not just like think your offense is screwed. It's just every optimism that I had. I feel like every game I'm like, it's just going to be the James Conner show. He's going to be able to pack it on. And last game he was averaging like 7 yards a carry. Ridiculous. And his stats this season are even crazier, but it's just the hit that this is going to take. I feel like you think the offense is bad now? Like, we're about to find out for real what Josh Dobbs got, because he just lost his number one weapon on offense.
100%. Yeah, I know some people might say it's Hollywood, but no, let's be honest. I mean, this offense was running through the idea that James Conner can open up holes and make those explosive plays. And of course, with that happening, that opens up the play action, bootlegs, all this different stuff. So not having James Conner is absolutely a huge hit for the Cardinals. Man. So I'm pretty shocked. I knew this was going to happen, especially when I made the video yesterday, but the actual realization that it's actually going to happen. And here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what makes it worse, right? The Arizona Cardinals said that he might be out a couple weeks or several weeks, but there is also an option or an idea that he might be placed on IR. So that's going to be a total of 4 games missed. What are your thoughts on that, about maybe losing James Conner for 4 freaking weeks, man?
It's kind of nuts thinking that we're really about to be in a season where we're probably going to be without our 4 best players for an extended period of time. Kyler already gone off the rip. Kind of got to deal with that. If Hollywood Brown goes down, it's over. And then James Conner goes down, Budda Baker goes down. James Conner was literally workhorse carrying this team. Like, he was carrying this offense. So losing him is probably like the most monumental thing. I think people are really about to find out. Like, I think me and and a lot of Cardinals fans do know the impact he had, man. It's just, there's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it on this roster. Like, Amari DeMarcado as a number 1 running back, he showed flashes, but I'm not confident going into the game against the Rams that Amari DeMarcado and Josh Dobbs are going to go ahead and pack on a win. And if they do, oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know. I don't know what to do with life if they pack on a win here, but the optimism definitely dropped significantly. So it's tough.
It is, man. I mean, the idea of obviously tanking is getting thrown out there a lot. Even in the chat here below, we have a lot of people saying, "Oh, here comes the tank season," right? And honestly, it's so hard to keep saying. And here's the thing, right? The idea of him getting hurt, I don't think that is a tribute to tanking. Obviously, like, it wasn't like, "Oh, I'm going to get hurt because we're tanking." No. Yeah, he got hurt, right? But the narrative out there that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be absolute dog water, this doesn't help at all.
No, it doesn't. It just piles on.
Yeah, because after them, looking at the depth chart, Amari DeMarcado, Keontae Ingram, which was obviously questionable, and we even talked about it here in a few different podcasts, that every time we seen him on there, it almost kind of seemed like he was going backwards because the offensive line either wasn't doing their job or maybe he wasn't picking the right holes. We don't 100% know.
It just
And
looks
then
like
after
a
him,
promotion.
yeah, 100%. And then we got Tony Jones after him. We got a few other people that JG talked about, Damian Williams, and then Corey Clement. Do you think we'll start seeing a dosage of a lot of different people, or do you think it's going to be the Amari DeMarcado show?
I think it'll be Amari DeMarcado for now. And I feel like this is kind of his opportunity to prove himself because you have players like Damian Williams, like you said, on the practice squad. So it's like there's a chance to get elevated. Then Corey Clement, like there's people behind him. Like if he doesn't perform, that they're going to get elevated. Like he's not safe. You perform or you lose your spot. And we have someone who played on that Chiefs Super Bowl team. So it's kind of like, what do we do here? You know, we're in a really interesting situation. I think it's going to be DeMarcado, and then I don't know, Keontae.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think we all kind of wanted Keontae to obviously flourish to become that guy that we all wanted him to be. It's just we haven't really seen that flash yet, the consistency of Keontae. I think there is still some, I guess I wouldn't say hype, but intrigue with Keontae and hopefully him blossoming into becoming the guy that we need him to become. But we got somebody on the chat here saying Clement over DeMarcado. I was one of them that was actually very high on Clement, and I was actually very surprised that he didn't make the 53-man roster. And he was put to the practice squad, which I'm excited about. I think this is going to be more of a running back by committee. Truly. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to fully give the reins to DeMarcado just because, yes, we saw flashes this last week, but like to be a workhorse in the NFL, is a different beast. And DeMarcado's is what this, he was a rookie last year, right? No, I'm sorry, this is his rookie year, right? He was just an undrafted rookie
season. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's undrafted.
Yeah, undrafted rookie. So I don't know. I feel like it would be a lot of workload to kind of throw him out there. I mean, if he does and he flourishes, then great, just like you said. But I think this might be more of a running back by committee. Now, who those running back by committees are going to be, that's a question to be answered here, right? Because we got a Aaron Jones-led defense. Aaron Donald-led defense coming up here with the Rams, and that's going to be not an easy task for the Cardinals.
Not at all. That man has wreaked havoc for years.
Yeah.
Not on just us, but the entire NFL. So I feel bad. But I think you're right with the committee thing. I really do. I feel like it could just fluctuate. I think they'll give DeMarcado the start. I don't know how many carries that entitles. Maybe like 10 to 12, maybe 8. Like I feel like he'll get the start and he'll be like the running back one, if we want to say, but I don't know. Like you said, workhorses in the NFL, especially at the running back position, are very hard to come by. That is a very damaging toll. And not a lot of people can do it. There's not a lot of people. A lot of people need split reps. And I'm not comfortable just rocking with DeMarcado.
Me either.
I feel like you need more assets. You need someone who either can help you out of the backfield in the passing game, a power back, and DeMarcado's like, definitely not a power back. Let's be honest. We need to have someone who could punch it in on 4th and 1. And James Conner was kind of that everything for us. He was getting long runs this season too. I don't remember how. I think he was like, let me see. He was number 2 in 20-plus yard runs with 5 this season. So he was ranked number 2 in 20-plus yard runs. From James Conner, that's not a fast running back, but he got it done. And it's the guy we're losing can do it all. Like literally, he can receive, which surprised a lot of people coming into Arizona. No one saw that coming. And then he was able to power it in. He was a short down back. He was a long distance back. And then when Chase Edmonds left, he kind of just proved it. And now we're without that. So I think it's going to be more of a committee than anything.
I agree. I see something in the chat here now. Rondale Moore might get more options to get run the ball deep. I mean that is something that we kind of wanted right after we ended up seeing him in the Cowboys game. We were like, hey, give me more Rondale Moore, and he kind of disappeared in the backfield. So maybe we might see him. I don't think he's going to be the number one option for the Arizona Cardinals. I do agree with you in terms of DeMarcado maybe getting the start, but in terms of start compared to a committee type of thing, it's obviously completely night and day different. But I do believe DeMarcado might get the start just because of what he's done this last week. And I think he deserves it. But if Keontae Ingram's a go, we might be seeing a dosage of Keontae Ingram, DeMarcado, as well as I'm hoping either Clement or what's his name? Damian Williams. But Damian Williams was signed last week, but we still haven't elevated him. We're probably trying to get him to get going before we really officially get him into the 53-man roster.
Probably. Eesh, I don't know. It's a lot of different ways you can go, and I don't really like all the options we have. So it's just like
100%.
you put whatever you got.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. You're 100% correct. Got somebody in the chat says we cannot seem to have nice things. But I mean, James Conner's been a player that we've known for years and years and years gets hurt every
Yeah.
single year, right? And it's one of those things that I even talked about in the offseason. I'm not sure if you did, where we really needed to crack down on the idea of getting a running back that's going to be able to be reliable for us. Now I get it, right? The running back position is a very heavy toll to, especially the running back or the workhorse running back, which a lot of teams are kind of shying away from now. And it seems like we were one of the last ones that were like, James Conner, you're the dude, right? But now that he's hurt, it might be what we're going to start doing, what like the NFL is doing, the running back by committee. So, man,
I don't know. I don't know. I do like the idea of Rondale Moore getting more touches, though. Kind of slipped out of my head. I do like that. I really think that is something that needs to be utilized at this point. Like losing that aspect of James Conner, you don't have a choice. You need to get even more creative than you already were. And I feel like this is the time to just kind of implement it, kind of shock them. You don't have a choice. You got to get Rondale Moore involved too. And what better way than putting him in the backfield?
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the emergency pod. We wanted to get on here, talk about it a little bit, obviously dissect and what's going on today. If you guys do not know what's happening, breaking news did drop here in the world of the Arizona Cardinals. Tom Pelissero reported this. James Conner is expected to miss multiple weeks because of a knee injury he suffered on Sunday's loss to the Bengals, a blow to Arizona, which claimed Tony Jones Jr. off waivers to help fill a void. And there was also that report that came out as well that said he might be going on the IR. So right now, IR is not confirmed, but several weeks is going to be something that we most likely will not see James Conner in, which is very, very unfortunate. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. If this is your first time here, subscribe it up, smack the like button. Appreciate you guys for doing it. All right, guys, we're going to close up shop. Have a great day. Later.